Okay, we did it. We won a RCQ with Eldrazi Aggro at a local store, Tower Games in Chesapeake, Virginia. If you're from the area, definitely check them out. They always host really good events. Always fun to play there. So let's go over the updated Eldrazi list that we won the RCQ with. So in previous list, I was playing two Null Drifters. And I found myself cutting them out a lot. Like if you ever had a chance to look at that sideboard guide I was giving out for free, the main card I would cut were the Null Drifters, and the main cards that were boarding in always was Wastecape Battle Mage. So I went ahead and changed it to where I'm boarding in 4 Battle Mages, and I cut the 2 Null Drifters. We got eight drops. I think that's plenty for the Ugin's Labyrinth. Haven't had an issue with it. In the sideboard, we you know added the battle mages from the sideboard to the main. So trying a couple new cards out. Not new, but some old good cards. Like Eldrazi Obliterator. Just as like say my opponent is playing like a big creature and that's their game plan, maybe I'll steal it for a turn and just win the game out of nowhere. Um, haven't got to cast this spell a lot, but I think it's good enough to try it out. Um, with the rule change for the sagas going on, especially Urza Saga, I think some moon effects might be more prevalent. So I am playing the Prismatic Vistas to search up the basics. So that's the deck. Let's go over the RCQ and talk about the matchups. So match one, I played against uh, Boros Energy. I was able to get there. I beat them 2-1. Their Boros, I think, is kind of like a decent matchup, but if Boros just does what Boros does, they just, it's hard to beat them. They just go wide, they get super ahead with their creatures, and they're quick. But if you're able to slow them down, then you can get the job done. And we have the main board chalices. We have Kozilek's command to exile a Flage in the yard. We got the Battle Mages to get rid of their Fable the Mirror Breakers and also their Goblin Bombardments. So I think it's a decent matchup, but again, Energy can always do what Energy does and just go super wide, super quick. We also have the All Is Dust. So in that matchup, I cut games 2 and 3. I cut my micro spawns. Put it over here. I cut the micro spawns and I brought in 3 dismembers and the All Is Dust. So I think this is the correct way to sideboard because micro spawn's a bit slow and you need to be a little bit more interactive against their early plays like their turn 1 God of Souls or Ocelot Pride. You just gotta be ready to answer their threats early on, and I think microspawn is a bit too slow. So, and then again, All's Dust, pretty self-explanatory, just wiping the board. So that was game 1. Uh, game 2, we played against uh, Storm. We were able to 2-0 Storm. Just had an aggressive start. One game I had double Fleshraker into play, and that just dealt a lot of damage. Had a really interesting line where they were going for the combo. They had 1 mana left open and had a three rituals in the yard for mana, and they went past in flames. And they already had a mana reducer in, so I was able to cast Kozilek's command with a Fleshraker in play. I exiled 2 of their rituals and then created 2 spawns. And then off the Fleshraker, I had another spawn and I had another Kozilek command in hand as well. And I was able to exile the last ritual so they weren't able to pop off. Pretty cool. Was lucky. that I was able to interact with them. They were gonna win the game if I couldn't get rid of a ritual. So in that matchup, again, we cut the micro spawns. We're racing. They're a bit quick. I also cut the chalices of the void. I know chalice on 2 is pretty game winning, but how they if they're on the play, it's a bit harder. So I cut them because both games I was on the draw. So Trinisphere's obviously good. I brought in the Disruptor's Flute to name on a Ral, and then I brought in the Relics. Now you could bring in the Dismember to kill a Ral, but I didn't think it was good enough. So that's how we sideboarded against not Boros, Storm. Game 3 or match 3, we played against Hollow One. Was able to 2-0 Hollow One. What really won me the games were being able to play a Chalice on 1, um, and having a good blocker with Thought Not Seer. I was able to take one of their spells that would have allowed them to loot. But ran through Hollow One, and again, I know I keep saying I cut the microspawns, but I cut the microspawns. I brought in the Dismembers and the Relics, and I think I brought in the Eldrazi Obliterators, and I did some trimming. I think I cut 2 Heralds and a Devour, or I forget the last card I cut, but I think it was a Devour. Did something like this. Dismembers to, get rid of their threats before they're able to pump them up by discarding. Relic to keep their graveyard intact, and then Obliterator, steal a creature, just win the game out of nowhere. Was not able to cast this card at the RCQ. Look forward to doing it in the future. Now, this was only a cut to top 4. In top 4, I played against Kethis combo. We went 2-1 against them. Won the first game, lost the second, won the third. In that game, the main avenues I won were being able to cast Chalice on 0, prevents them from recurring their moxes. Also, Battle Mage is just great against them. They're essentially like a new Underworld Breach deck, trying to combo with Grinding Station and the Moxes, mill themselves a bunch, and then mill you. They play the Jace mill Planeswalker, so we're able to beat them. And I believe, again, I cut what I cut in that matchup. I think it was the All Is Dust and the Micro Spawns. I brought in the Trinispheres, Disruptor Flutes, Relics, and Dismembers. And I probably did some trimming where I cut 2 Heralds, um, maybe a Sire, and a Devourer. Can't remember the last 2 cards, but we did something like that. We were bringing in the flutes. Actually, you know what? Game 2, I brought in the flutes, and then I didn't have the Dismembers in. That's what I did. I wanted to name Grinding Station or Kethis, or Emery. Um, I had a flute in play game 2, and they were able to just play around it with Anatha, Soul Cauldron, still being able to use abilities. So I took the flutes out game 3 and brought the Dismembers in, and that was pretty game winning. Um, and that's how I sideboarded against Kethis combo. So overall, oh yeah, the finals. Finals was the Storm player again. They did not want the invite, so they conceded to me. They were the one player that I beat in the. They were the Storm player I beat in the Swiss. Um, nice of them to concede. I think we would have been all right. Didn't play it out, but we had some good hate. Probably would have sideboarded the same. So got there, won the RCQ. Looking forward to popping in on RC. I don't know if I'm going to Vegas or Houston yet. We'll see. Um, Definitely, if you've been liking this content, please like and subscribe. Trying to grow the channel. Once I hit my sub goal of 500, I'm gonna most likely make a Patreon and start streaming either on YouTube or Twitch. Haven't decided yet. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna post some gameplay videos of a league with this updated list. Hope you enjoy. All right, we are on the play with. Gonna have to look for a payoff with Devourer, but I think we can keep this. Opponent Mulligan's a 6. If we were on the draw, we could do the gemstone thing. Command is hard not to pick up. We are going to have a lot of mana. Let's get a line breaker. For a turn 2 play. I guess if we took the micro, maybe we should have took the command, because then we could have commanded on turn 2 and then micro spawn kicked. Yeah, that was probably better. Wooded Foothills. Line breaker. Attack for 4. Pass turn. They're at 16, fetching the 15. Let's see. Triumph Zoo. Yeah, that would have been better with micro spawn, but we do have Devour and we have All Is Dust. This is a Kavu. Sure. Hugin's Labyrinth. Keep doing that. Let's tap for green. Let's get a Eldrazi Temple. I'm gonna haste the micro spawn to see if they want to make the trade. Take the trade or take 5? They take 5. Okay, next turn we have a Devour, and we will have a All Is Dust. They attack. They draw this card. Yep. Discard a ley line. Okay. No blocks. They shock to 5. Go Flage? Sure. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. We'll go Devour. Attack for 3. Pass turn. They're at 5. Okay. They're binding up. Let's just attack with the Devour in case they have binding. Yep. And then let's cast this Fleshraker. Next turn they can get this Flage back. And then we can All's Dust. No, they don't have double white. What you got, opponent? And they don't have enough cards in the yard. Opponent's in the tank. Yeah, they could probably fetch differently. Lightning Bolt. Okay. They attack. Sure. What else you got, opponent? Okay, they do have the land. What does that do? I can exile. Okay, let's think about how we lose. We lose if they give this Flage Haze. We would need a blocker. So I can bounce the Draco, or I can exile the Draco, or I can exile the Leyline Binding. Because I can deal us 6, and then this is 10, and then they might have like a bolt or something. So if they are able to give this Flage haste, I wish I had another colored source. I guess Devour would be a blocker for the Flage. Or the Battle Mage would be a blocker. Their last card has to be Haste Land. So I think I'm... Because they're going to Flage next turn. Kill one of my... No, you know what? I'm going after Draco. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm still just... What am I dead to? They're going to cast a Flage. Okay. They're going to go up to 5. They'll probably shoot the... Microspawn? Or at me. They're going to go after Microspawn. Okay, they're at 5. They play land. 1 card in their hand. We draw command. This is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Their last card has to be like a counter spell. That's all it does. Attack. They're at 2. What you got, opponent? Psychic Frog. Tribal Flames. GG's. No need to overthink it. All right. So chalices aren't that great against them. I think dismembers are good. And the all is dust. Yeah. I think we just take the chalices out. Let's run that. Okay. If we draw a 7 drop, I'd be tempted to keep this, but I think it's mulligan. Mulligan. Let's keep this. Let's put back Microspawn and Battle Mage. MTGO Ragavan. Okay. Just gonna throw my blocker out. Could have lightning bolt. They could have a lot of things. Yep. They attack. Okay. They fetch in. What are they playing? Kavu? They have 4 types. Yep. All is dust. Let's name Eldrazi. Let's go ahead and create a spawn and exile the Ragavan. Play around consign. Three cards in their hand. They attack. Draw this card. Discard Psychic Frog. Okay. Interesting. Tribal Flames, my token. Interesting play. Battle Mage. Well, let's race them. Attack. Alright, 3 cards. 3 spells. Probably looking for a land. They attack. Discard Ragavan. Play another Kavu. Huh. Let's attack for lethal. They have to draw block. They get a 5. Three spells in their hand. They're at 4. They attack. They draw a discard. They had the Draco in hand. I kind of wish they cast that, actually. They had the land, too. Another Kavu. Alright, I hope I draw a land. Alright, beautiful. Let's bounce the Kavu. All right, GG's. Good games. On the draw with a mulligan. We can keep this. What do I want to put back? That just Chalice? I think so. Let's reveal Devour. Okay, this Chalice on 1 is going to do work. Hopefully we find like a Ugin's Lab and can turn to the Chalice. Took a Line Breaker. Eldrazi Temple. Pass turn. Lightning Bolt to the graveyard. Zero, zero, or top nothing. Okay, so they're looking for a land probably. Unigenic growth. Okay. Get that card on top. All right. They draw. Eldrazi. This would have been a lot better on turn 1, but we'll take it turn 2. Okay. Eldrazi. We're going to take their 2-drop. Okay. Take the cutter. And pass turn. Okay, they found a land. Now they have Delirium. They attack. Okay. Mountain. Let's go ahead and get aggressive. Okay. Game 2. What do I like against them? I like Trinisphere and All's Dust. And then trim the microspawns. Let's go. It's a pretty good matchup against Isa Prowess. We got a lot of good stuff against them. Like Battle Mage, being able to exile their Steel Cutters. Chalice is obviously good. Got the All's Dust. Pretty good matchup. If you guys haven't, please like and subscribe to the channel. Currently, at the time of recording this, at 366 subscribers. Next sub goal is 500. 500, I might start streaming either on Twitch or YouTube. All right, we are on the draw, but we got a Gemstones, Battle Mage, and a Devour to look for a payoff. I think we can keep. Mountain. Okay. Okay. I'll take the Chalice. Eldrazi. Chalice. Their whole deck is majority 1-drops. Swiss Sphere, Channeler, Preordain, Lightning Bolt, Lava Dart, Mutagenic Growth, Violent Urge. You know, these are. I could bounce this next turn. Opponent considering what to do. Think they should either play a spell or attack. Maybe they're double queuing. Is there a challenge going on right now? It's probably what's happening. While we wait, I have this card and paper. Pull a sample hand. All right. Mountain. All is dust. Eldrazi Temple. Line Breaker. Heralds. Thanatsir. Thanatsir. I think this is a keepable hand. I can go turn 1 Herald into Line Breaker, which is the combo. And if I draw a land, I can turn. Yep, and we drew the land. So could turn 3 a Thought Knot. Pretty good. All right, opponent's back. Shocks in a land. And then goes back to the other game they were playing. All right. Come on, opponent. Meltdown. Okay. Thanatsir. Beautiful. I think I take Unholy Heat. That way I can block. I go Chandler. Why not play the Swift Spear? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Let's just pass. Maybe they drew like consign or something. Another land. Heralds. Pass. Okay. Another Heralds. Let's get him for 6. Okay. Cutter. Swift Spear. That's why they were saving the Swift Spear for Cutter. Two cards in their hand. Thought not to. Let's do both here. Let's bounce the token, exile the Cutter. This is why I love Battle Mage. All right, GG's. Got there. Okay, on the draw, we have a Devour, and we have 2 commands and payoffs. I think we can keep. Vil Devour. Let's go. If we draw Eldrazi Temple or... Okay. Ugin's Lab. We can... turn to this Thought here. Or we can command, make a bunch of mana. So we can just slam a Sire. Maybe that would be better. They have a Johnny? Nope. They Surveil. Keep it on top. Another Ocelot. Right. Alright. Chalice is good. Put the Devour under. I think we wait on the Chalice. Get rid of one of these Ocelot Prides. I'll just do it now. I got Flage. Okay. Battle Mage. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Slam a Sire. They left that card on top. Okay. So maybe it was better to go like Chalice first, but I mean we have a Westgate Battle Mage to get rid of the Static Prison, but we have to draw Colored Source. Making command, looking for Colored Source. Go bottom. Alright, let's go to the next game. Alright, we trim the micro spawns, bring in dismembers and all's dust. Hit Smith. Be right back. Alright, on the play. This was like an Eldrazi temple I'd keep. Smolgan. Let's keep it. Put him against 6. Devour. I'll take a command. Eldrazi. Pass turn. So they're splashing black. So they might have like Thoughtseizes. Eldrazi. Okay, Surveil. So they could have Bowmasters too. Flage in the Yard. Shock. Ajani. Just dismember the Ajani. Another dismember. Eldrazi. Take 2. Another Ajani. And they could hold up Discharge. Alright, so this will resolve, but in response, I'm going to dismember. Okay. Get another cat. I need a land. Chalice. Let's just pass. Really got land screwed here. I don't think I can keep taking damage. So let's exile cards from the yard and exile a creature. We'll go to 8. Another 3 Ajani's. Alright. Opponent. Yep. Alright, I guess now we can go Chalice on 1. And play a blocker. I need 4 mana to be able to bounce a token. But I don't think we're getting there this game. Energy doing the energy thing. Thought when you zero this, you can do damage. Oh, if you have a red permanent. What does it say? Whenever attacks, you may sacrifice a creature. So this puts me to 5. And then 6 from this cat dying, so I go to 1. Wait, 2 creature. Whenever a creature dies? Oh. Counts my battle mage too. I would have just died if it blocked the cat. Alright. GG's. This is pretty good with like Goblin Bombardment. It's pretty cool. Alright, we're on the play. We can keep. Lead on the Eldrazi Temple. Pass turn. In a open deck list, I would know if this Chalice on 0 is good. Preordain. Top, bottom. I might play this Chalice on 1 because they're Demir, they play Unearth, they play Fatal Push, they play Thoughtseize. I'm talking myself into it. Preordain. They're Grixis. They're gonna play Frog here. It's fine. Eldrazi. Alright. Let's kick this microspawn. Not kick, but let's land a microspawn. That way we can kick it next turn. We already have our caverns, which are good. And then next turn we can kick a microspawn and play like line breaker. Pretty sure. I'm blocking. They're a Death Shadow deck. Okay. So what do I want to get rid of? Their blue mana or red mana? I think they're blue mana. I guess it doesn't matter now. They're gonna cast the Oculus. That matters. Oh no, Surveil. Keep it on top. Alright. Another Chalice. Eldrazi. Can I kick it? Yes, I can. Y'all know that song? Eldrazi Temple. So Chalice is pretty good against them because they're a Death Shadow deck. Iteration. Scalding Tarn, sure. Okay. So we go Flesh Raker. Into Chalice on 2. Force negation. What they pitch? Another force. Mismatching force. Okay. 3 cards in our hand. So this. Okay. Well, GG's. I don't think Battle Mage is as good. Bring some relics in. I know there's some contention between Relic and Chalice, but let's try that. Let's try that. All right, so this is kind of what I was thinking earlier. Like, we can play Relic turn 1 and then turn 2 Chalice. We really need a payoff. Eventually, we can cast this Sire, but I'll try it. I have turn 1 play, turn 2 play. Then mulligan to 6. Ragavan. Dismember off the top? Nope. Ragavan's gonna hit us a bunch. Okay. Ugin's Lab. Thoughtseize. They're gonna take my Chalice. And take my Sire. Maybe they have Counterspell. Maybe they have Snapcaster Mage. We'll go Chalice. This might eat a Consign. Or Force Negation. It resolves. Okay. They attack. Frog. Micro Spawn. Eldrazi. Might get a Cavern of Souls here. They have 3 cards in hand, so they can bump this up to a 4 or 5. I'll let them draw a card. Okay. Another frog. Okay. We need some help. That would have been good a couple turns ago. Maybe I should have kept all his dust in. I'm gonna block one of these. Okay. Probably gonna cash out this relic. Oh, I should have exiled it sooner. There's the Dismember, which can kill the Murktide. Ah, let's just go to the next game. I drew like nothing. I was just talking about the contention there. All right, I'm debating if I want an All is Dust. Maybe one All is Dust Trimissire. Or Devour. Psychic Frog's a real problem. So they're Death Shadow, Grixis, Murktide deck. All right. First, Double Devourer. Is kind of bad. I think we can mulligan. All right, let's keep this. We can turn one Chalice. I think I'm putting back Ghost Quarter. Um, so with the command in hand, I think I'll take Thought-Knot-Seer. Let's go Chalice. Okay. Eldrazi. Nice Surveil. Death Shadow 2 yard. Maybe I should have took the mountain. It's one reason to keep the what's it called in? Battle Mages in. One, two, three. They got the Psychic Frog. Okay. Land. Command. Well, we can command looking for a land. It's really bad if they have consigned memory, but I guess they can't have consigned memory because I have Chalice on one. On top. All right. Stamping in Spirit is hurting us. Okay, take one. They'll probably discard their 1-drops. Yep. Draw a card. Perktide. Yep. Okay. Draw Heralds. Cavern of Souls, because that's all I really can do. Could just be dead here. They could like discard all their instants and sorceries, give this flying, pump the Murktide. It's not looking great for us. This Dampening Spirit did work. You know, okay. Do I have one Battle Mage in? Nope. Take a draw step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. GG's. GG's. All right, we are on the play. Need to find like Soul Land off this Devour for this hand to be good. We're on the draw, or we're on the play. If we don't hit Soul Land, this hand kind of sucks. Let's gamble. Eldrazi Temple. Name Eldrazi. Pass turn. Okay. Now, is my opponent playing energy? Most likely. But I still want to go Line Breaker. I could have removal here. But I think I still want to play Line Breaker. Okay. No removal. Could be Storm. Yeah. Or Jeskai Control. Temple Garden. 4 color. Zoo. Could be Zoo. Bending Temple Garden kind of sucks for them. If it is Zoo. Because that's probably the land they wanted to get. Well. Let's get Forest if we have it still. Yep. And then we'll get Eldrazi Temple. I think I'm going to spread the love here. Opponent fetches. Surveil land. Arena of Glory. Okay. Okay. So it is Jeskai Control. Probably splashing for Leyline Binding. That's probably what the green's for. Or Prismatic Ending as well. Yeah, Flage. Wrath. Okay. Chalice. So let's kick this micro spawn. And I don't know which land to go after. I can get them off double white. Or I can take their blue source. And also off a double red. I think since they already have... I think I'm going to go after their Elegant Parlor because they bend a Temple Garden already. I don't know how many other white sources they have. Could be incorrect. Let me know what land you would have took in the comments. And then we'll just get a... I guess I could get a Ugin's Lab and then Chalice here. What does Chalice stop? Lightning Bolt, Tune the Narrative, Galvanic Discharge. Nah, I think I'm fine. Eldrazi Temple's fine. I want to keep my 7 drops now that I can cast them. They fetch. Can't shock. Oh, maybe they're extra turns. Yep, we win. Inside one. So maybe I was right to go after the blue mana there. Brain Surge, huh? Can bring the relics in. Um, Maybe just more creatures. And just one lucky flute. I don't know what I would name, but I really don't know what else to bring in. So let's try it. Okay, turn 1 relic, no 7-drop. I think we can do better. Let's mulligan. This is better, kinda. It's a turn 1 Fleshraker, so let's keep. Let's put back a Sire, Gemstones, Courtyard. They kept 6. Battle Mage. Could have Consign, they could have Removal, but not gonna not cast my Fleshraker. They Surveil. Wrath to the yard. Okay. Eldrazi. I think I'm gonna hold this Battle Mage. Okay. Solitude. Yeah, I think they're definitely playing like Binding. Removal? Sure. Eldrazi. Best turn. They go to 15. They Surveil. They Graveyard of Solitude. So they must have a lot of removal in hand. Another Surveil land. Ben a land. Flage? Sure. Okay, we draw. Battle Mage. I got a Flage. Soul Land would be good. Off the top, command. That's still pretty good. I'm gonna scry and then exile their Flage. Let's go bottom. Kind of like both these, but I think I'll. This is tough. Yeah, let's go top. Tune the narrative to dampening sphere. I got something for you, buddy. Okay, opponent. Let's pick it up here. What are you gonna do in response to this? All right. 4 cards in her hand. Three mana. Magnon? No. Flage. Sure. Linebreaker. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards currently in their graveyard, so they would need to fetch or cast something to be able to cast this Flage. So I'm going to command if they fetch. Because this escape is 5. Omnath. Okay. They draw a card. If they have fetch land, they can flage. Okay. Alright, we'll exile flage, make a bunch of spawns. I can do it for 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Ooh. I can finally cast this card. Unfortunately, we are just going to... How many is that? 5, 6, 7. We're just going to devour here. Then pass the turn. Opponent's got 5 cards in their hand. 4 cards. They pass. We draw a relic. So let's go Flesh Raker. Into Line Breaker. Into Relic. I could have Solitude here. But that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but whatever. They have nothing. They could have a board wipe, but we can rebuild pretty easily. Pass turn. I wonder what 4 cards they have in their hand. They Surveil. Prismatic Indian to the yard. I could Wrath. Play a blocker, we can steal it. Yeah, Wrath equals 4. Okay. They didn't. Are they going to Solitude or something? Eldrazi. What you got, opponent? Another Wrath. And I can sign the memory. Let's take the Wrath. Attack. They're gonna go Flage. Oh, they can consign the Flage, and then we can steal it. Oh, okay. Been a lot cooler if you took that line, opponent. So they have a consign of memory and mystery card. Micro spawn. Okay. Can I prevent them from casting Flage at all? No. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can still kick this. Let's exile. This one. Get an Eldrazi Temple. Then attack. They have consign mystery card. So Obliterator can give other creatures haste, like your own creatures. Tune the narrative, sure. Consign. Okay, we won. Nice. GG's.